Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, this is Player One of Lagos. And in this channel, we're going to be talking about all things esports, virtual reality, and the overall general digital entertainment business. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what it really takes to own and run a successful gaming center. So, running a game center, for example, running a virtual reality gaming center, is not just about having the headsets and letting people play games or just come into a place and just have controllers down, game pads, and just let people play. Running a business that has to do with gaming is not just about that. You need to understand the technology. You need to also understand and have the expertise to manage the business side of things. We love games, and making it a business is an entirely different thing. Making money in a gaming business is something different. Sometimes our fun gets a hold of us and we just forget about it. We want to just have fun. But business is business, and understanding how to manage a gaming business takes a lot more than just having a gaming gadget itself. Once you understand this business, you'll be able to know how to manage your customers and how to make them come back. So at the end of the day, it's all about creating an unforgettable experience for your customers that will want to make them to keep coming back to you. So these are one of the things that you need to understand in running a gaming business. These are the areas you need to put into focus, the things you need to have at the back of your palms, that this business is not just about you, it's not just about your personal fun, it's about your customers and how to retain and maintain your customers. Let's break it down. Number one, money is key. You need to have capital. Without money, you cannot even start a business. So you need to have good funding or good capital to run a business. So setting up a game center can be quite expensive because the equipment involved are not cheap, especially if you want quality service. If you want to have equipment that will last you a long while, it's not cheap. So you having to invest on equipment means that you're going to be spending a lot of money on buying high-end gaming equipment. You're going to be buying high-end gaming computers. You're going to be buying your headsets for your virtual reality. You're going to be setting up your screens. You're going to be having, in the equipment side of things, you're going to be investing a lot. And, in our country, Nigeria, most of this equipment are bought from overseas. So you're going to be considering your funding, because the Naira value with the current, as at the time of this video, we have unstable forex markets, and these equipment are quite expensive because you're going to be buying them from overseas. You're going to be buying them in dollars and in euro or in foreign currencies. These equipment are not manufactured here, so you're going to be putting the funding into a very, very big consideration. Okay, so imagine you want to buy or invest in simulators. Imagine you're going to be buying the racing simulators, the flight simulators, the VR arcade machines, the non-VR arcade machines. That's the motorbike and the shooting arena. So depending on your game center, depending on your setup, you're going to be looking at spending tens of millions of naira. And if it's in dollars, you're going to be spending tens of thousands of dollars. So you need to be able to have a budget of how much you're going to be spending. You're going to be able to understand and have a particular figure that you would not go beyond as well. So you see, these are just the equipment side of things. Don't forget that it's not just about your gadgets, not just about the machineries. There's rent, depending on your space, depending on your location. There are utilities you need to cover for as well, and there's also the staffs. So you need to look at all these other things. So now let's talk about the staffs. We all know that it is very, very important to have staffs that are knowledgeable, staffs that are tuned to gaming, people that understand customers. It's very important that you have a vibrant team. It's very important that you know how to acquire staffs that are ready to engage with customers and make them happy, basically. So there are a lot of people new to virtual reality. There are a lot of people new to this gaming thing. So you need to have a staff, or you need to have team members that can attend to these customers and guide them properly in ensuring that they have a seamless experience. Sometimes the wrong staff can be very bad for your business. You can have all the equipment, you can have the right setup, the right venue and everything, but you have the wrong team, it's just going to be like taking 2 steps forward and 1 step backward, because your staff is going to be killing your business indirectly. So it's very important to look at the kind of people you're working with, especially in the game center. So these are I think this is something I did during my time, because I had some issues where I had to acquire some staffs at random, and I really suffered a lot. It affected my business beyond words. And the sooner I realized that, having the right team is good for business, the better things started working out for me. I've had a lot of situations where my staff couldn't troubleshoot issues. They couldn't even attend to customers properly, and the business was just going down. So these are the things I think anyone that is going into a game center should put in front of your mind. You should have that in focus. So having the right team, the right vibrations, the right frequency, will really help your business go a really, really long way. So, and also there's also the technical side of things. Apart from the fact that you need competent hands and a very, very good team, the technical side, you need to be tuned to the latest technology. You need to know what is happening in the market, new game releases. You need to be aware of what people are playing or what people want to experience. You need to be aware, like the new PlayStation 5 Pro, maybe there's a new game coming out, or there's a new headset coming out, there's a new virtual reality experience coming out. So these are very important areas you need to be aware of. You can't just have a game center and allow your games go obsolete. You need to be ready to upgrade whenever there is need to. For instance, we have the console games like FIFA, and that's FC. Every year we need to change our games because There's always a new release. And customers will come in wanting to play the newest of your games. They'll come, oh, do you have FC24? Do you have FC25 now? And if you are not updated, it means that you are indirectly chasing your customers away. You'll start looking for other places where they have the latest games to play. So it's very important you keep yourself abreast of all the latest information surrounding gaming. You know, as the new game drops, if you see that it is relevant to your game center, and if you see that it's going to be a very good selling point for your business, I think it's something you need to quickly, latch on. There's nothing like being the first to have the newest game and your customers hearing about it, that, oh, they have it at this game center. Let's go there. Let's go there. It's another way to drive customers to your business, and it's something I I took on immediately. I was always ensuring that I had the latest of the latest, especially when it comes to high demanding games in the esports area. It's very important to keep yourself there. You cannot just be in 2025, for instance, and have a 2023 FIFA. I mean, that was what it was called then, until it changed to FC 2024. You have to, keep updating your games, and keep having relevant games. When we opened, fortunately for us, that was when the PS5 came out. We still had the PS4, but PS5 was what was in vogue. And when they come into your center, they say, "Oh, you have the latest game here. You have the PS5. You have your customers wanting to come and play the latest game, or wanting to come and even feel how it is to touch the latest games." So all this is, just driving your customers towards you more. So I think it's very important to have your information, the technical information on point when you are, running the game center. Also, having a clean environment is very, very important. After every gaming session, it's important that the gaming devices are properly sanitized, especially for the virtual reality headsets, for instance. It's very important that they are cleaned and made available for the next customers. We've had situations where we have a lot of crowd, and you don't want people exchanging headsets after each session without proper sanitizing. It's very important to have a very clean environment, even not just for headsets, even for your gaming centers, your other gaming areas, like your racing areas, for instance. Customers can just finish the session and maybe leave a bottle of water or a drink around the corner. It's very important that you have your team check that the place is clean and ready for the next customers. Anywhere they are, if it's a sitting down, if it's playing a console game, once a customer leaves there, it's important you check. It's also important you check that the customers do not forget anything, because sometimes, this gaming can be very, very engaging. You can just, maybe leave your phone behind or leave your food items behind. So it's very important that you have a team that is looking out for your customers, so that after each session, you go back and check and ensure that the place is cleaned up. So I already spoke about some of our games before, but it's also very important to understand the kind of games you can have in your game centers. There are a lot of games that can make or break your business, and it's very important you know how to place them, like the action-packed shooter games, the virtual reality shooting games, the zombie games, the scary games, the driving games. We have the virtual reality driving games, the virtual reality non-driving games. These are the things that you need to, put in focus, so that your customers, you have different segments of customers that like different areas of your gaming, and you need to be able to, sectionalize them and understand the games that your customers like to play, so that whenever they come around, you ensure that the game is properly updated and the equipment are properly checked. you get to ensure that the customers have a seamless experience and they keep coming back. These are one of those areas as well you need to look out for.